Right, so for part 2 of the tutorial, we're going to start from where we left off, and that is when we imported the JPEG image, and we have our 3 targets, just here. Right, so you want to import your JPEG image at the bottom, underneath all your targets, and you want to go composition settings, change the width to 1280 and the height to 720. Change the frame rate to 59.94. I know it's only a still image, but that's what you'd normally use for HD clips anyway. Resolution, I'll keep that in the third, just so it's easier to run. Duration, 5 seconds seems right. And composition name, I'll put target lock on. You don't need, it's not essential that you change the name. It's up to you what you have. Press OK. And as you can see, that is a lot better. You can see the actual whole image now. The quality isn't that good because it's only a third. If I change that to full, you can see it's a lot better. Put that back to third. Right, so now what you want to do is you want to, what I like to do anyway, I like to rename the targets. So I'll rename this one to left, this one to right, and this one to middle. This is just so that it just helps. Sometimes it gets a bit confusing, like what's going on, and sometimes it just helps. So, right, now what you want to do, you want to press P on your keyboard, and this will bring up the positioning of the object, and click the stopwatch next to position. This is to keyframe it, and move this keyframe to 1. Right, and with this keyframe, you want to line it up to his head, the target's head. What's going on? Right, here you go. Here you go. Right, so line this up to the head. That seems alright. And now you want to zoom back out again. And for here, at the very start, you want to bring it right back. So it's as if it's coming like from your eyes, or from your point of view. And what I like to do, I like to make it look like it's come from the end of the gum. I think that brings a nice effect. I'm not sure why, but I just think I like how it does that. Right, so you do it all the way till you can't see anything more. So what it does, do a quick dynamic RAM preview. It just goes straight to his head. Like that, okay? Right, now what you want to do is this keyframe here, this is the start bit. All the other 3 targets are going to start from this place. So you want to just select the keyframe and then press Control C. This will copy it. Just put that down, and with the right target, I'll just line this up to the head. Press P again to get position up. Stopwatch to make sure it's keyframed. And now I'm just going to move it till it's lined up with the head. As you can see there, it's lined up alright. I'm not going to line it up perfectly. It's only a tutorial, so when you're doing it, make sure you take your time in lining it up, okay? And at the start, you want to press Control V. As you can see there, not very good quality, but you can see what it's doing. Right, so you want to push this one down, and with the middle one, you do the same thing. From the layer, press P for position. Stopwatch to keyframe it at 1. Again, this is because it's good to have a time and place, if you know what I mean. Put this to full so you know what you can see. Oh, don't do that. I like to use these number values down here to change position, as I'm not the best with After Effects, and sometimes I select the wrong things, and I do bad mistakes, which frustrate me. Like I said, this isn't going to be lined up perfectly. It's only a tutorial. You get the idea. If I zoom back out, see, it's just loading because it's on full. I've got a lot of programs running, so it's quite laggy. Right, and at the start bit, you want to press Control V again to paste. So now, as you see, all 3 targets come in and go to the head. See that? Put that out so you can see it. Right, I know that one's not lined up very well, but it's only a tutorial. Right, so now once this is done, you want to go to Project, and there's your composition, the target lock on. You want to drag this into a new composition. Right click, I'm just going to rename this to Final 1. Right, and what I like to do is to go back to your original composition here, and on this target lock on layer, probably hide these layers. You want to add some colour corrections. I'm just going to do the basic ones, which I use for most of my videos. Colour corrections, curves, that there. Oh, that's a bit dark actually, isn't it? Change it to full one, then the colour corrections. Actually no, that'll do, that's alright. And then change this back to a third, just so it doesn't lag or anything. Right, so once you have all your targets going in, I will go into part 3 and show you the final bits.